I am a tormented soul. This is a realization that hits me like a forceful wave, crashing over me with the weight of years of suffering from an intense anxiety disorder. I can't remember a time when I wasn't consumed by worry and fear, when my mind wasn't besieged by irrational thoughts and crippling self-doubt. This torment has been a constant companion throughout my life, shaping every moment and every decision, and I can't help it. The roots of my anxiety run deep into my past, I guess. I can't pinpoint the exact moment when anxiety disorder first took hold, but the memory seems to stretch back deep into my early childhood. Perhaps it was the result of childhood insecurities, the feeling of never quite fitting in or measuring up to the expectations of others. Or maybe it was the tumultuous events that scarred my formative years, leaving me with emotional wounds that never quite healed. Whatever the catalyst, anxiety became a part of me, weaving itself into the fabric of my being like a snake, choking out joy and suffocating hope. Each day is a battle, a relentless struggle against an invisible foe that lurks within the recesses of my mind. Simple tasks become Herculean feats, each moment fraught with the potential for disaster. Every decision is tinged with doubt, every interaction colored by fear. It's like walking through a minefield, never knowing when the next explosion will shatter the fragile peace of mind I've managed to cobble together. Looking back on my formative years, I realized that my childhood was anything but normal. I was consumed by a sense of inadequacy, a feeling of not being good enough, not deserving of love or acceptance. I was so self-conscious that even the thought of playing with other kids filled me with dread. I felt like all eyes were on me, judging and condemning me for my perceived shortcomings. As I grew older, these feelings of inadequacy only intensified, morphing into a suffocating blanket of anxiety that enveloped me at every turn. I became hypersensitive to the slightest criticism, each word or glance interpreted as a condemnation of my worth as a person. Social interactions became a minefield, each conversation a tightrope walk between saying too much and saying too little. I fretted over every word that passed my lips, terrified that I would inadvertently offend or upset those around me. Even now, as an adult, the specter of anxiety looms large over my life. It colors every decision I make, every relationship I form, casting a shadow over even the brightest moments of joy. I long for peace, for respite from the ceaseless cacophony of worry and fear that echoes in the chambers of my mind. But no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to escape the clutches of my tormentor, worrying over silly things, knowing that it is silly but having no power to stop the worry. What do you call that? The utter loss of control. You are reduced to an observer of your own life, while mental disorder hijacks it and drags it through hell. I am a tormented soul, trapped in a prison of my own making. And though I may never find true freedom from the chains that bind me, I refuse to surrender to despair. I will continue to fight, to claw my way inch by agonizing inch towards a semblance of peace and tranquility. For I am more than my anxiety, more than the sum of my fears. I am a survivor, a warrior in the battle for my own sanity. And as long as there is breath in my body, I will never stop fighting to reclaim my life from the darkness that threatens to consume it.